Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to unravel a craft that's as rich in texture as it is in history. It's called the Woolen Thalposh. And believe me, every single stitch tells a story. So, let's dive right in.
But first, I've got a question for you. Imagine you're holding a piece of art that carries like the weight of generations. It's warm, it's intricate, and you can just feel how deeply connected it is to the land it came from. What do you think that could be?
If a woolen thalposh popped into your head, you were exactly right. But it's so much more than just a decorative mat. It's a functional piece of cultural art, handcrafted from pure sheep's wool. It's this perfect meeting of utility and absolute beauty.
So where does the journey of a thalposh even begin? Well, it all starts with its most essential element. You could even say its very soul, the wool itself.
And listen, this isn't just any wool. We're talking about fleece from sheep that live in these high-altitude, really rugged environments. The harsh conditions, the cold air, the tough terrain, all of it actually shapes the character of the wool. And that's what makes it so unique.
And you can actually feel how those environmental factors translate into these incredible qualities. The wool is naturally insulating, which makes sense. It has to protect against the cold. It's also remarkably soft, but at the same time, it's incredibly durable. I mean, it's built to withstand the elements. These aren't just features. They're really the foundation of the final product's quality.
So, how does this amazing raw material become a piece of art? Well, this is where the human skill and tradition really take over, transforming this humble fleece into a masterpiece.
The tools they use are just as timeless as the craft itself. You've got a spinning wheel, or charka, a traditional hand loom, embroidery needles, and vessels for natural dyes. There are no complex machines here, not at all. Every single stage is powered by hand, and that forges this really direct, personal connection between the artisan and their creation.
And this process, wow, it just brilliantly illustrates the patience and precision required. So first, the raw wool gets meticulously cleaned and carded to align all the fibers. Then, those prepared fibers are spun by hand into a strong, consistent yarn. That yarn is then woven on a hand loom to create the base of the thalposh. And finally, this is where the magic happens. The embroidery begins and the true soul of the thalposh comes to life, one stitch at a time. Now let's zoom in on that final, beautiful step, because the embroidery isn't just decoration. It's a language. These are literally stories that are stitched directly into the wool. Okay, so a really common motif you'll find is the mountain peak. It's a direct nod to the geographical origins of the craft, right? I mean, it's a constant presence in the lives of the artisans. And as one artisan explains it, it's not just a picture of a mountain. This simple shape is packed with deep meaning. It represents strength, resilience, and this unbreakable connection to their home, to the land. Another really powerful symbol you'll often see is the river's flow. It's usually shown as this sort of winding, continuous line. And the meaning here is just as profound. This design tells a story about life's journey with all of its twists and turns. It speaks to this idea that while life is always changing, its flow is constant. What a beautiful philosophy to weave right into the fabric. But here's what's so cool. This craft isn't just frozen in time. It breathes and it evolves. So on one hand, you have the traditional motifs, right? The geometric, symbolic stuff that's deeply rooted in nature. But on the other hand, you've got contemporary artisans who are introducing abstract forms, much bolder color palettes. It's a total fusion of old and new. It's a living art form, for sure. So this all brings us to a really vital question. In our fast-paced, modern world, why does a craft like this still matter so much? Just let this number sink in for a moment. Over 300 years. This isn't just a trend, it's a legacy. We're talking 3 centuries of knowledge, skill, and stories passed down directly from one hand to the next. That's just incredible. So ultimately, the thalposh is so much more than a beautiful object. It's a lifeline. It's a powerful symbol of cultural identity, preserving history and heritage. And, just as importantly, it provides a sustainable income that empowers these artisan communities and keeps this incredible tradition alive and thriving. Then that really leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? Seeing the dedication poured into every thalposh, it makes you think. It's a reminder that traditions survive because people, real people, choose to carry them forward. So, what traditions in your own life or your own community will you help carry into the future?